The world of guitar gear can feel infinite. Every day there seems to be an ever-growing number of guitar influencers telling you about that one new product that's sure to take you to the top of guitar superstardom.
We could just get one of Justin Mussey's presets.
And look, I know I post about gear too, and I have definitely bought things that I didn't need. It's in pretty pristine condition because I sadly never play. So today, I'm gonna attempt to clear up the guitar gear world and teach you everything I've learned in the last 17 years in under 5 minutes. Okay, well, maybe not everything, but the key points. Let's begin. The diehards are gonna say that any sort of digital amp, modeler, profiler, amp pedal, and whatever other new technology is about to come up will never come close to the real thing, but that's simply not true. A ton of different digital amp solutions sound really close tonally to the real thing, and once you put these in context, you can barely tell a difference. Where tube amps really win is the feel. There's nothing that quite captures that exact dynamic response of playing on a tube amp. There is definitely something special to being in the room with your amp, getting that creamy overdrive sound and the almost like bouncy response you get of your guitar and the amp together. The difference between overdrive pedals is pretty subtle in most cases. It sounds the same. There's only so many circuits. The overdrive thing can be such a rabbit hole because there's so many different pedals, and trust me, a lot of them are cool and I want to collect a lot of them too. But in reality, I think you only need like one or two to gig effectively. What I usually do is a more transparent setting on one and then a thicker, warmer setting on the other. You can stack the two and then you effectively have 3 different overdrive sounds. When it comes to the electric guitar, the thing that's going to change your tone the most is actually the pickups. Getting the right set of pickups is the key to getting the tone you're after. Anyone who's been around the church world knows that Strymon pedals are a staple on worship pedal boards, and for good reason. The Timeline, Mobius, and Big Sky offer such fantastic tone and awesome shaping tools. They really are worth the price point in my opinion, but that doesn't mean you need the Holy Trinity to do worship guitar. You can find plugins and other pedals that'll get you comparable tone at any price point. In my humble experience on tour at various levels, I've learned that modeling is the way to go for reliability, convenience, and wear and tear. Not quite as I left it. Cheap guitars don't suck. There's plenty of budget-friendly options out there that are awesome. You got Epiphone, Squier, PRS-SC, and Electromatic, just to name a few. If you're after a particular tone on a budget, don't immediately write off the cheap guitar. You could always swap out the pickups and have yourself a pretty fantastic instrument. This is my least expensive guitar by a good margin, and it won the tone test. If I was starting over again today, I'd probably go with a modeler over a massive pedal board, simply because the modeler is just so much more cost effective, they sound incredible, and there's something nice to not having to redo your pedal board every time you want to add in a new effect, and also not dealing with cables breaking is fantastic. But even as a big proponent of modelers, I will admit that having a pedal board is just way more fun. Pedal board all the way! I like turning the knobs, I like dialing in the tones on the actual individual pedals, and setting these up from time to time can actually be sort of fun. I just hate redoing my pedal board. But once you start traveling with these, you have cable issues, power issues, and all that stuff, you lose interest quickly, or at least I did.
This is a lot of work. You should just get the neural.
Use your ears, not your eyes. I used to judge products entirely by the brand name and the price tag, and I mean, I probably still do a little bit, but after playing a couple different pedals under $100 that sounded phenomenal, I've learned that you kind of gotta plug it in and try it before you make a decision on it. When choosing a guitar, don't worry about trendy brands and styles. Go with the one that sounds the best and feels the best to you. It doesn't hurt to start with the staples, but at the end of the day, the guitar that feels the best in your hands is the one that's probably gonna inspire you to pick it up and play the most. The real secret to modelers is time. You gotta treat it like an instrument, build a patch in here like you would on your pedal board, and see how good you can get it to sound. Woo! It took me about 7 months to get the Quad Cortex sounding how I wanted it to. So my encouragement to you, if you're gonna get a modeler, is invest in the one that has the user interface you're willing to learn. No amount of gear can make you a better guitarist, but some gear can definitely band-aid a little bit of bad playing. I think I heard Ariel Posen say something to the effect of, no matter what guitar you play on, it's still gonna sound like you, and I've definitely found that to be true. No matter what gear I run my guitar through, it still sounds like me playing. That was bad. No one cares what you use. Most people in the audience wouldn't know the difference between a vintage Les Paul and a Squier Stratocaster. People are going there to enjoy music, not to assess how good your gear is. Well, I guess other guitarists might do that. Is that a Helix? Who cares? Play what you want, as long as you make it sound good, that's all that matters. Whether you're doing this professionally or as a hobby, music is supposed to be fun. Guitar is supposed to be fun, gear is supposed to be fun, so have fun with it and enjoy what you have. Getting new gear is exciting, but the satisfaction of knowing how to maximize what you already have can be an even better feeling. That's a good summary of my last 17 years with guitar gear. If there's anything in the video that you saw and you want to learn more about, there's links to the gear I use in the description down below. Yes, they are affiliate links. I've also got videos on a lot of this stuff across the channel, so be sure to check that out. Leave your top gear tips in the comments down below, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you next time.